All right, Carlos Cruz from InTheRingBoxing.com here with the Iceman, John Scully. John, you are training Bad Chad Dawson for the rematch. It's on April 28th. You want to talk about that, man?
I mean, I'm just, we had the press conference in New York the other day. I'm real excited about it. Bernard was there. He did his usual shtick, and Chad is very, very motivated, and he really showed a lot of emotion, which he usually doesn't do. So, it's going to be good. We're ready to go to camp and get it going.
And, everyone knows the first fight, highly controversial. I'm sure you're probably sick of talking about it, by now. But, just a quick breakdown of what you think of that night's happenings.
It was just mostly just a huge letdown. Like, if anybody saw me, the way it went was when Bernard went down, I literally just put my head down on the ring steps. And it was like all the air went out of me. I was like drained, just because I knew that it was all just over with. And I knew the rematch was going to happen. Bernard was saying after that we weren't going to give him a rematch. He knew we would run away from a rematch, which I thought was just stupid on his part, because there's no way a fight like that is going to go without a rematch. You have to settle it.
Right. So the rematch, in your eyes and in everyone's eyes, it needs to be done. You think that's highly justified.
Yeah.
All right. Anything different from Chad and the approach, without giving away the game plan, of course, but
you know what, our game plan is basically going to be the same. Nothing's changed, but I noticed with Chad, from talking to him and texting him and seeing him at the press conference, he's much more emotional and fired up for this fight. I was happy with his build up to the fight last time, but this time he's showing a lot more emotion. So I think it's going to be a much more exciting fight than the original one was even going to be.
All right, and you think with what happened in the first fight, you think Chad gained confidence, even though it wasn't much, wasn't much to go by, but he was in there. He got a chance to mix it up with Bernard a little bit. You think he's seen enough and felt enough to gain the confidence he needs to have a better performance?
Right. He feels that way. I mean, if you ask Chad, if anything, I don't want to get him overconfident. That's a bad thing. And if you ask Chad, did he punch hard? He'll go, nope. I said, did anything bother you? What did he did? He said, nope, nothing bothered me. So I don't want to get him too confident, but I'm happy that he had, he wasn't like, oh man, well this guy hit me with a wicked hook to the body. Like, it was nothing like that. Like, he feels more confident than he even did before that fight. So that's a good thing, because he was very confident.
All right, well, boxer fans are definitely looking forward to that. In regards to you and your training, you got any other fighters that you're working with that you really want to put out there for the fans?
Well, the big thing, I work with amateurs as well as pros, and I have actually two of my young amateurs that have no experience in actual real fights. They both have their first fights coming on March 10th in New Haven, so we're real excited about that. And I have a few other guys that are fighting about 3 weeks later. And I have a pro, Nick Lavin, 4-round pro, who's fighting in one of the casinos in a few weeks. So, besides Chad, we have other things going on too, so I'm pretty busy these days.
All right, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.